Okay, so now the question says find the derivative with respect to x. So first of all, let's make this function equal to y, and then let's just apply the differentials on both sides of the equation. Dy by dx cos 1 plus x divided by 1 plus 2x power 1 by 2. Okay, so the root is actually equal to power 1 by 2. Now, the derivative of cos is equal to negative sign, right? So I can write it negative sign 1 plus x divided by 1 plus 2x power 1 by 2, and the derivative of the angle. Now, what is the angle? The angle is anything which is present right over here. The angle for cos, if we see right over here, would be this thing, right? So the derivative of 1 plus x, 1 plus 2x divided by 2. So now minus sign, now the power would be at the beginning, then 1 plus x, 1 plus 2x, 1 divided by 2 minus 1, it would be negative 1 by 2, multiplied by again the derivative of the angle. Now this is the angle right over here. The angle is anything which is present under the power. Okay, so the derivative of 1 plus x divided by 1 plus 2x. Now you'd argue that over here we were having power 1 by 2, then why was not the derivative the angle 1 plus x divided by 1 plus 2x? Instead of taking 1 plus x divided by 1 plus 2x the angle, you considered 1 plus x 1 plus 2x power 1 by 2 the angle. Because if you consider the original question, the angle is 1 plus x 1 plus 2x power 1 by 2. The square root is over this entire fraction, right? And this entire thing, this square root along with these fractions is the angle of cos function. So this is the angle right over here. But in this case, when I took the derivative of 1 plus x divided by 1 plus 2x power 1 by 2, when the derivative came out, the angle was actually 1 plus x 1 plus 2x. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I can actually reciprocate this thing because then it would be positive. The power would be positive. So 1 plus 2x divided by 1 plus x, 1 by 2 multiplied by. Now here we can apply the rules of division. Okay. So I would like to solve this part of the question separately. I've just rewritten this term right over here, and this would be my fx. This would be my gx, and we can use our good old rule of division for finding the derivative of the functions which are being divided. 1 plus 2x, the second function as it is, derivative of the first function minus the first function as it is, derivative of the second function divided by the square of the second function. So 1 plus 2x, over here we would have the derivative of any constant is 0, and the derivative of x would be 1 minus 1 plus x, derivative of any constant is 0, derivative of 2x would be 2 divided by 1 plus 2x whole square. Over here we would have 1 plus 2x minus 2 plus negative 2x. The negative sign multiplied by the positive sign gives our negative. 2 multiplied 1 gives 2. Negative sign multiplied by positive gives our negative sign. 2 multiplied x gives 2x. So divided by 1 plus 2x whole square. So 2x are cancelled. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. 1 plus 2x whole square. So I can put this thing in the original question. So we have minus 1 divided by 1 plus 2x whole square. So I can continue solving these things. We cannot do anything to this term because it is having the sign function. Okay, so we cannot change or do anything, the division or multiplication or anything. But over here, if you see, we have 1 plus 2x power 1 by 2. And over here, let me just reciprocate it. Now I'm going to distribute this power to both of these functions separately. So 1 by 2 multiplied by the negative 1 multiplied by 1 plus 2x negative 2. I have just reciprocated 1 plus 2x power 2 to the numerator. Okay. So if you see, we have 1 plus 2x power 1 by 2, 1 plus 2x power minus 2. When the bases are same, the powers are added. So we will be left with 1 by 2 negative 1, and negative 2 plus 1 by 2 gives out negative 3 by 2. So we have 1 plus 2x negative 3 by 2 negative sign. Okay, so this negative sign and this negative sign is cancelled, and we are left with this 1 by 2 is the constant, so we can write it at the beginning. 1 by 2 sine 1 plus x divided by 1 plus 2x 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 plus x 1 by 2. Now you can write 1 plus 2x minus 3 by 2 in the numerator, but the thing is it is actually negative. The power is negative. So it is actually inappropriate to write it in the numerator. So I can simply reciprocate it. 1 plus 2x, it would be positive, and in the numerator I would have 1. This is the final derivative.